Well, I wanted to give my review of my experience of having flown to Bangkok to renew my visa. First of all, I did not realize that you don't actually renew your visa. You apply for a brand new visa online, and it is the act of stamping by immigration officials at the airport which renews your visa. Well, this is crucial. No one had told me this, and I ended up applying for a new visa online at the last moment. Luckily, it came in on time. Otherwise, I would have had to sleep over in Bangkok to await the arrival of the visa, which would have added substantially to the cost. Well, on the day of my flight, which was the expiration date of my visa, I met my taxi at my friend Tom's hotel at 6 in the morning. My taxi driver, Ben, turned out to be a really nice and kind human being. One of the things that surprised me was that on the drive to the airport was how many people were out exercising this early in the morning in parks and green spaces. Well, this tells you something important about Vietnam and its people. Having arrived at the airport, I paid Bing $12.50 for the taxi ride. At the check-in counter of Air Asia Thailand, I met this lovely young lady, Maria from Malta. She was also going to Bangkok as part of a 3-month Asian tour. Maria, it turns out, is a professional hip-hop dancer. We continued our conversation at the boarding area, where I discovered a really special, sensitive person. I shared my technique for meditation, and we did a meditation session there at the boarding area. I have made a special new friend. Well, my flight to Bangkok was uneventful, except for being expensive, $164 round trip. The seats were not very comfortable. The thing that surprised me was how that you don't get anything for free. You neither get water nor coffee. If you want it, you have to pay for it. Considering how expensive the flight was, that's pretty shitty. But on the other hand, I have to say the Air Asia people could be especially friendly and nice. Well, we arrived in Bangkok, a 90-minute flight, and I went through at immigration, at Thai immigration officials looked at my American passport, but did not ask me for a return flight ticket, as I had been warned by some people might be the case. Another thing about Thai officials, they both photograph you and fingerprint you. Well, I finally made it into the airport, and I right away went to look for the Air Asia counter for the return flight, which wasn't easy because there are a number of counters there. I found it. I could check in early because I did not have any luggage. I went through the customary security checks, 3 in all as I recall. Finally made it into the secure area, where I decided to make the best of a bad situation, and I treated myself to a wonderful Thai restaurant where I had the massaman chicken curry with jasmine rice in a Thai tea. Now, I'm pretty picky about food, and I have to say this was especially delicious. Afterwards, I repaired to the Starbucks next door, where I devoted my time to watching videos on my telephone, watching people go by, and I found a discreet little corner where I did push-ups intermittently the whole day. My goal had been to do 200. I reached 130, which, considering the situation, was acceptable. Well, at a certain point, adding injury to insult, I got a message that the flight would be delayed by 50 minutes. Eventually, that moment arrived, and we took off and arrived in Hanoi. While standing in immigration line, I took a step backward, bumped into somebody, I turned around and to excuse myself, and I was met with this lovely young lady with very sensitive eyes, and we chatted. We continued our chat after immigration, exchanged our contact information. A couple days later, we had coffee at the Cafe Italia, where I discovered a really special individual. In fact, she had been to Bangkok for a 7-day meditation retreat at a Buddhist temple. We, among the many things we shared in common, was an appreciation for the power of silence. Well, we formed a very special lifelong relationship. Now, the total cost of this trip was, including the visa, the flight, and the taxi, was $215. Add to that another $15 for the for the lunch and the coffee. What can I say? I tried to make the best of a difficult situation. I should also add that up until the very last moment, this woman who lurks in the Facebook Visa group tried to convince me to take her friend's bus to Laos, but after you consider the coffee money, the bribe, which is reportedly is $48, it becomes almost as expensive as flying to Bangkok. Plus, you have to spend 24 hours on a bus. Well, if you want to remain in this marvelous country, it's something you have to do. Hopefully, they will reinstall soon the 3-month visa option. As you know, as with most difficult things in life, it's a matter of acceptance. You accept and you make the best of it. If I can be of help to anybody, you can contact me directly on Facebook or even on my telephone number. This is Oscar Rutten, Hanoi, and talk to you later.